Welcome back. You're watching Your World at 10. The G20 summit kicks off in London in less than 2 days from now. And there has been plenty of debate going on what's going to be the agenda this time around. It seems European governments are not keen anymore on any new fiscal stimulus and want the debate to shift to global regulation. Will America and the developing world oblige? To debate that, we have with us tonight a man who predicted the recession much before the others and has since maintained that things continue to look gloomy. Dr. Nouriel Roubini, chairman at RGE Monitor and professor of economics at NYU's Stern School of Business, joins us from New York. Dr. Roubini, many thanks for joining us. Do you expect the G20 summit to throw any tangible solutions to this crisis?
Well, there'll be some deliverables, such as a commitment to doubling, if not more, the resources of the IMF. That should be helpful for developing and emerging markets that are in trouble today. There'll be also a commitment to do whatever is necessary in terms of macroeconomic policy to get us out of this severe economic and financial crisis. And there'll be some degree of agreement about the reform of the system of supervision and regulation of the financial system. So there'll be some positive sign coming out of the G20 meeting.
But Dr. Roubini, aren't the objectives of different parts, different nations very different? Europe not too keen on more stimulus. The focus of the summit is likely to shift to greater regulation, isn't it?
Well, we have to have a massive overhaul of the system of regulation and supervision of financial institutions. That means less leverage, more capital, more liquidity, controls on compensation, better risk management, and a whole slew of things to have stronger and improved regulation and supervision of the financial system to avoid this very severe financial crisis. You also need a global coordination of regulatory policies so there is not regulatory arbitrage across jurisdictions. So step by step we're going to reach an agreement on these questions.
Therefore, do you see the need for perhaps a global multinational regulator for financial markets, Dr. Roubini?
I don't think we're going to have an international super regulator. There is talk about a college of supervisors and regulators. Certainly, the regulators across countries have to coordinate better and cooperate because most of the largest financial institutions are global. Their activities are global, and therefore you have to see the scope of what they do across the world. So there'll be greater coordination of some international coordination and supervision of these large financial institutions.
What then happens to an organization like the International Monetary Fund, Dr. Roubini? Do you see a situation where it gets perhaps more teeth?
The IMF can have a very constructive role in the global financial system in two dimensions: provision of lend and last resort support whenever there is a crisis to countries that are accidental victims of the crisis and or that have problems. And if you do that, that's going to be supportive of the global growth.